Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SparkerGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, you know, Rodney Ripplinger sent this along, and it says, coffee, the WD-40 of adulthood. That's very true. Let's see what kind of WD-40 I have this morning. Hang on. Oh, that's a good hot cup of coffee. That really is good. Hang on. That is really good. Coffee of the Month Club from Black Rifle Coffee Company comes through again. Freedom Roast. Boy, that's terrific. A good medium roast. This one has got a great flavor to it. And again, a big thank you to Jason, Allison, and the boys for this Christmas gift that keeps on giving all year round. One more sip. Hang on. That is terrific. And check out the mug this morning. I've talked about this on Second Cup and I've described it. So now I'm finally going to show it to you. And it's got a great Halloween color that fits the season. How about that? Isn't that great? This is, let me just hold it like this. This side here, so I can get my information on screen. This is the Fiesta Pedestal Latte mug. It's discontinued from the Homer Laughlin China Company. And it's a discontinued item from the Homer Laughlin China Company. It holds 18 ounces and is approximately 6 inches tall. The mug features embossed designs of vintage Fiesta pieces, including a disc pitcher, teapot, and vase. You can see that right there. Okay, and then the vase right there. How about that? It was introduced in 1999. The mug is microwave, oven, and dishwasher safe. I've got a few of these and belong to my folks, and have 4 of these actually. I've got one in white, one in black, and one in green, and this one here in the very festive Halloween orange. How about that? One more sip. Oh, that is terrific, huh? That's absolutely fantastic. And you know what? We have another update for you this morning as we're enjoying our coffee. And thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. My friend John at work asked me regarding the Canadian Thanksgiving, do Canadians eat turkey on Thanksgiving? And you know, that was a very good question. So I did a quick Google search. And sure enough, yes, many Canadians eat turkey on their Thanksgiving Day, as it is a traditional centerpiece for the meal, similar to the United States. However, regional variations and diverse cultural influences mean that not everyone eats turkey. Some families may have ham or a stew called Jig's dinner, while others might include their own cultural dishes. Now, here's the popular dishes. A traditional Canadian Thanksgiving dinner often features roast turkey, stuffing, gravy, potatoes, squash, and pumpkin pie, just like we have here in the States. Here are some regional differences. In Newfoundland, a salt meat stew called Jig's Dinner is a popular alternative or addition to turkey. That sounds amazing. And on the West Coast, some families serve ham instead of turkey. And of course, there are cultural influences. Many newer Canadians and others incorporate dishes from their own heritage, blending them with traditional Canadian Thanksgiving food. How about that? I just wanted to clarify that because I just assumed on Thanksgiving, showing the cartoon turkey on screen, that, you know, Canadians enjoy turkey on Thanksgiving just like we do here in the States. I'm glad John asked the question, and I'm glad we got clarification on that. So how are you this morning? Great to be with you. Let me get another sip. Oh, that's marvelous. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very, very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. If you're tuning into the podcast, thanks very much for listening in via all those great streaming platforms that are out there, like Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, that sort of thing. So thanks very much for tuning into the podcast. If you're driving into work or commuting via rail or something like that, great to be with you. Boy, we got oh, wait, you know what? We forgot. I'm so excited to be with you this morning. As we like to say in the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. We cannot forget that. Hang on, let me get one more sip. Oh, man, that is terrific. I'm going to have to put that in order in my notes. Over time, my notes have gotten scattered all over the page here. I'm going to have to kind of put everything kind of centrally located on the page. So I know what's going on. Well, let's get to our topics that we have this morning. We got a terrific viewer shaving tip courtesy of Charles Price, and we actually put this one into practice. I shot some video of it myself. You'll see that later on this week, next week, something like that. But it's a terrific, terrific shaving tip. So that comes from Charles Price. Charles, thank you very, very much. Got a great shave den visit this morning, and it's international, so to speak. Stay tuned for that. We got the usual round of reminders. We also have some giveaway updates and a giveaway. And more to come on that, so stay tuned. And we got some great refill comments. We got some new wet shave gear to share with you and some great questions and comments. Okay, I think that about covers all the bases there. So thanks very much for tuning in this morning. Again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Charles Price, and the subject heading of his email reads, "Fitting a soap into a mug." And Charles writes, "Mark, hope all is well. Here is a picture of the setup I used to fit a puck of Ogallala Bay Rum and Sandalwood into a vintage Old Spice shaving mug. I got this mug for $5 on eBay, and it's the same one my grandfather had in his bathroom sink to hold his combs." I thought that was fantastic. I asked him for a few more details, and he obliged, writing, "The process is pretty simple. I fill a saucepan almost to the top of the shaving mug, then simply place the puck in the mug and light the burner. Leave it on low heat, and gravity does all the work. As the water heats the mug heats the soap, and gravity lets the soap slide into the bottom of the mug. The only caution is to make sure the soap can be melted. Some soaps can't always. Check with the manufacturer. Hope this helps." Wow, again, fantastic details on this process. Charles, thank you very, very much. He also adds here, forgot to add, the whole process takes maybe 20 minutes, but you can just leave it on the stove. No need to babysit it as long as the heat is on low. He also adds, this works either way. If the puck is oversized, it will soften and slide down. And if the puck is undersized, it will spread out and fill the bottom of the mug. He also adds this, the mug I sent you a picture of is tapered, so the puck fit in the top but didn't sit on the bottom. This process allowed it to slide right down to the bottom and stick to the bottom. Basically, as long as the soap fits on the top of the mug, it will automatically size itself with heat. That is an absolutely fantastic, fantastic shaving tip, Charles. Thank you very, very much. Again, we use this heating tip, this heating tip to fit a puck of soap into a mug. However, I used a shallower pan. I think the key here is to use something deeper. And as he writes, to fill that saucepan almost to the top of the mug, and then, low heat and put that soap on top of the mug. And that was my problem. I used shallower water, and it didn't heat the entire height of the mug. I think that's where I made my mistake, because it took me like maybe an hour and a half, something like that, on medium heat. So, well, you'll see the video anyhow, and I'll make a note on there as to the clarification by Chuck on the amount of water to use in relation to the mug that you're trying to use to melt a soap puck in. But it does work, so stay tuned for that video, because I was really, really delighted with the results. So Chuck, thanks again for a terrific, terrific shaving tip. And he writes here, yes, I already have a George sketch. It sits on my workbench where I do all my straight razor restorations. Chuck, thank you very, very much for that. Really am flattered by that. But if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Chuck, thanks again for a terrific, terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, speaking of original signed George sketches, Mike Pereet received an original signed George sketch for sending in a shaving tip, and he writes the following: Mark, the sketch flattened out well, and it's in a frame. I just haven't had the time to hang it yet. Here it is in the frame, probably where it will end up on the wall. My gosh, that is absolutely beautiful. Mike, I am so honored and flattered that George is framed up and hanging up in your home. Thank you very, very much. I'm glad that the sketch flattened out well, because Mike said that there was a little bit of a bent corner or something like that when he received it. I'm so sorry to hear that. Usually everything gets through the mail intact, so this was one exception to that rule, but I'm glad that everything flattened out and it looks great in the frame. Thank you so much for framing it up. I'm very, very honored and flattered. And folks, if you out there have an original signed George sketch framed and in your home, snap a picture of it, send it to the program, and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. Mike, thanks again very, very much. Okay, it's time for a Shave Den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup. Boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime. A classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, in previous Monday morning mailbags, we've had Shave Den visits from folks all around the world. International Shave Den visits, if you will, from Germany, Japan, England, that sort of thing. Well, we have another international Shave Den visit, and it comes courtesy of Abene Samant. Abi, thank you very, very much. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. My wife and I recently celebrated our 25th anniversary with a vacation, and during our travels through Turkey, I came across a collection of Turkish aftershaves and colognes. I already had the lemon scent in my collection, simple, clean, and surprisingly affordable. But when I saw this assorted set in the Grand Bazaar, I couldn't resist. I thought your listeners might enjoy hearing about it. Personally, I'm drawn to the crisp, refreshing scents. Mandarin is probably my favorite. There's something timeless and uplifting about these fragrances. Thanks again for all the great content you share with the wet shaving community. I hope this little find adds a splash of interest to your next episode. Warm regards, Abene." Abene, that's absolutely fantastic, because we've been talking about these exact Turkish aftershaves and colognes. Rodney Ripplinger introduced us to one called, I believe it's called Pareja. I don't know if I have the pronunciation correct or not, but it's a lemon-scented aftershave cologne. You can get it on Amazon, and Rodney loves it. His postmaster named Tina loves it. And we've been talking about it on Second Cup and also the Monday Morning Mailbag. So what a wonderful addition to this discussion that you found these terrific, terrific aftershaves and colognes in Turkey, of all places, at the Grand Bazaar. That is absolutely fantastic. A great addition to your Shave Den. He also adds here, please feel free to use this in any way you'd like. Actually, I picked up some other shaving products when I was traveling in Greece and Spain as well, but perhaps we can save that for another day. Well, now that I read that, you're going to have to share it with everyone. I threw in a few pictures of the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. Just as an FYI, there's over 4,000 stores in the Grand Bazaar. Cheers, Abi. That is absolutely gorgeous looking. 4,000 stores. My guess is that Turkey doesn't have Walmart Plus or Amazon. Just a hunch on my part. The fact that 4,000 stores at the Grand Bazaar are running full steam and are getting a lot of foot traffic and that sort of thing. Of course, I'm sure it's a huge tourist attraction. And if I ever find myself in Istanbul, Turkey, I'm gonna go to the Grand Bazaar myself. I'm sure there are other stores there that handle men's grooming products, safety razors, shaving brushes, that sort of thing. Abby, you're going to have to clue us in if you saw any of that as well. But really a terrific international shave den visit, courtesy of Abane Samant. Abby, thanks again very, very much. Oh, and congratulations on 25 years of marriage. That's absolutely wonderful. Abby, thanks again very, very much. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, we have a giveaway update this morning. As many of you know, we selected another winner for the Chris Bodrab CB Brushworks shave brush handle that went unclaimed. And the winner was RH Dave Shaves, Dave Wilson. And he claimed it and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. Wow, what an honor. A big thank you to Chris Bodrab and to you for this beautiful brush handle. I look forward to setting a knot and having many great shaves with it. All the best to you, Chris, and all the viewers out there." And that's from Dave Wilson. Dave, all the credit goes to Chris Bodrab for sponsoring the giveaway. I will send along your thanks to him. And when you get that brush knot set in that handle, please snap a photo of it and we will share it with all the viewers out there. So Dave, congratulations again on winning the brush handle. It's in the mail. It's on the way. Looking forward to seeing that photo of the new brush knot in there. Let us know when you receive it. Again, congratulations. Also, last October 3rd, I participated in the David and Barb Keiss Cancer Research Raffle. Terrific giveaway. And David and Barb Keiss were pulling winning names, and I helped announce some of the winners and that sort of thing. And one of the items was donated by me, an original signed George comic strip, and that winner was Christopher Ersam. That's spelled capital EHRSAM. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Anyhow, Christopher, the comic strip has been signed. It's in the mail and it's on its way to you. Congratulations. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, we're doing another giveaway, and this one is through the courtesy and generosity of viewer David Lair. David, thank you very much for sponsoring this giveaway. We caught up with David at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup, and he handed me this beautiful artisan-made shaving brush by his own Indie Brushworks. Absolutely beautiful. And we're going to get a link to Dave's Etsy store where you can check out all of his beautiful artisan-made shave brushes at Indie Brushworks. Really gorgeous. Check this one out. The center wood is maple and it's surrounded by black palm and red palm. It's absolutely gorgeous. It sports a 26 millimeter Maggard synthetic shave brush knot. It just looks beautiful. Look at that coin there on the bottom. It is just a work of art. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful artisan-made shaving brush by David Lather. David, again, thank you very, very much for sponsoring this giveaway. Now, how do you enter? Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. Have an address that Postal Services can deliver to. This is open to everyone worldwide. If wherever you are in the world, you got an address that we can mail to, you can enter this giveaway. So it's open to everyone worldwide. And once again, I will refrain from replying to comments so as to not upset the entry pool. But again, let me say in advance, thank you very, very much for your wonderful, kind words regarding the channel and the Monday Morning Mailbag. Really, really do appreciate it. So thank you again to all the viewers for your wonderful, kind words and your words of encouragement and support. Thank you very, very much. So there you go, a beautiful artisan-made shaving brush donated by viewer David Lather. He's sponsoring this giveaway. The deadline to enter, once more, Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, open to everyone around the world. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment below, have an address that Postal Services can deliver to. Open to everyone around the world. Deadline, Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. Wow, and absolutely, look at that. That's an absolutely beautiful shaving brush, a beautiful, beautiful work of art. David, thanks again very, very much, and good luck to everyone. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip. Oh yeah, that's that's a really flavorful cup of coffee from Black Rifle Coffee Company, Freedom Roast. A big thank you to my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys for sending this one along to the channel via the Coffee of the Month Club. What a great gift. Keeps on giving every single month. 12 months out of the year. Really, really terrific. I really, really enjoy Black Rifle Coffee. And again, this Freedom Roast, very flavorful, a really, really good one. And we have our Fiesta mug here. This large Fiesta latte mug, I think is what we called it. Discontinued. They don't make them anymore, but you can find these on eBay. You might find them in some, I don't know, some Goodwill stores. Secondhand stores, that kind of thing. But you can find these on Etsy, on eBay. I don't know how expensive they are, but man, this holds a lot of coffee here. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, look what I got there. Can you see that? Nope, not able. It's right about here. That's about 14 ounces of coffee right there. Really, I mean, it holds a lot of coffee. Hang on 1 minute. The only thing maybe you saw earlier, the only thing is that this heats up a little bit. When the coffee's hot and you got your finger there, that might heat up a little bit. You might have to back off a little bit, just like that. Okay. that gets a little bit warm there. But man, it's just a really an enjoyable big mug of coffee. Yeah, we like these a lot. Hang on 1 minute. I call it my pedestal mug. I think that's what they did call it, Fiesta Pedestal Latte Mug. Yeah, it's just terrific. So check it out. We'll get a link to where you can get some of these if I do a search and I find where they are online. You know, like a whole lot of entries. We'll provide that link below if we're able to come across it. And check this out. This is from Costco. I'm a member of Costco. This is a Puma hoodie. Now we're wearing the hoodies because we're getting into that part of the autumn season where it's cold in the morning and it's warming up during the day. We're about maybe 58, 62 degrees, something like that during the day now. And in the morning, we're in the upper 30s, low 40s. So that's why we got a couple of these Puma hoodies. So if you have a Costco near you and you're a member, these are $18.99. Really, really nice. And I know the ones that I have been wearing, the hoodies that I've been wearing, they're just getting threadbare, and I just had to replace. I just had to replace them. So I bought a couple of these. One in this color blue, and the other one is kind of a light green, kind of a green, kind of a color. Not an overly green, but like a muted green, as I recall. So I bought a couple of these. Again, very affordable, $18.99. And they also have a really, really great jacket shirt. I got one of those too with the snaps on the front. Boy, those are terrific. And lined, really nicely lined with a kind of fleece kind of a thing. Yeah, that one was really nice too. That's about $25, $24.99. So if you're a member of Costco and you're looking for some autumn, getting into winter wear, check out the hoodies and the also the shirt jacket. I like them a lot. They had a bunch there, but the ones with the snaps in the front are really, really good. And again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I don't know how healthy the Black Rifle Coffee Company's Freedom Roast is, but if you want to find out, check out the Black Coffee Life, the website and blog by Mantic59, where he discusses the health benefits of drinking black coffee. Also, check out The Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. Hardcover book, a great collection of Lockhorns cartoons, as well as the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. Both of these by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. Will have links below. So a little bit of housekeeping taken care of. So let's get to these refill comments this morning. First up is something from Jimmy V Photography. Happy Monday sounds. Coffee brewing and the intro of Monday Morning Mailbag. Stock up on Malbolge. It is probably the favorite scent of every model and actress I've worked with. I always ask the different ladies what they think of the scent I'm wearing. Some like a particular scent, others don't. Different tastes among different folks, but every single one of them love Malbolge. I'm restocking to make sure I have enough until the next release. And he also adds here, wow, that animated George is wonderful. Yeah, check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag for the AI animated George that our friend Mark Vernick created. Really, really amazing stuff. Mark, thanks again very, very much. And Jimmy, thanks for the endorsement on Malbolge. We talked about it last week. We're going to talk about it again in New Wet Shaving Gear, so stay tuned. Jimmy, thanks again very, very much. We got this from Lee Hazley. Well, it looks like you have already hit the 12,000 subscriber mark, so huge congratulations. Mark, I actually had no idea that it was Monday today until I saw this video later than usual. I have been out of sorts since I have a nose and sinus operation last Friday. Lee, I hope you are on the mend. Thank you very, very much for your good wishes regarding 12,000 subscribers. Yeah, we hit 12,000 subscribers, and I'm waiting for a few more to kind of cushion that 12,000. And we're going to be doing a giveaway here in another week or so. So stay tuned for that. We're going to celebrate 12,000 subscribers with a really, really nice giveaway. So Lee, thank you very, very much for the good wishes on 12,000 subscribers, and I hope you're on the mend. So thanks very much for your comment. Roderick McLeod wrote, my mug is full of American Classic from Community Coffee in the K-Cup. Now that's one I've never heard of. We'll do a search. We'll get a link. Roderick, enjoy that coffee. And folks, check it out. We'll link it below. Nightly Truth wrote, good morning, Mark. My cup is filled with single origin Peruvian coffee this morning. Great 3MB. Wow, that sounds great. Single origin Peruvian coffee. That sounds very, very exotic. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, that's another one we're going to have to look up and explore a little more of. My gosh, Nightly Truth, thank you very, very much. This comes from Phil Luck, 1956. Another great episode. Congratulations on 12,000 subscribers. Thank you for the knowledge. And thank you again for your good wishes and congratulations regarding 12,000 subscribers. A big, big thank you to all the viewers out there for making it possible. When you say thank you for the knowledge, all that knowledge comes from all the viewers and all their great contributions to this channel and to the Monday Morning Mailbag. So thank you all very, very much. You make this show possible. You make this channel possible. And you made 12,000 subscribers possible. A lot of other viewers also extended their congratulations and good wishes regarding the 12,000 subscriber mark. Thank you all very, very much for taking the time to leave a comment. Congratulations and good wishes regarding the channel reaching 12,000 subscribers. Heartfelt appreciation. Thank you again very much to all the folks out there who left that sort of comment. Really, really do appreciate it. And Phil Locke, thank you very, very much for your kind words. This comes from RJ Wright, RW30. Good 3MB once again. And hey, the new Stryker brush, as soon as I saw it pop up in my Instagram feed, I told my wife that I had to have it. I have a vintage Everready of similar size and shape as the one Doug's is based on, and I use it often, but with the bigger handle and synth knot, I have to have one. Have a great week. Wow, you're going to have to send us a photo of both of those side by side, and we'll share that with all the viewers. That sounds really, really interesting. And yeah, stay tuned. We're going to show you the Stryker brush in new wet shaving gear, so stay tuned. Thanks very much for that. RJ Wright, RW30. Thanks again, RJ Wright, RW30. This comes from 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. You can barehandedly form your Arko shaving stick into a puck if you are fine with the 75 grams quantity. And this was regarding the Monday Morning Mailbag shaving tip that we had in a previous show regarding taking Arko and melting it a little bit and putting it into a container so you have an Arko shaving puck. And we love the Arko shaving stick, and I happen to mention that, it is pretty pliable. You can probably, form this into any kind of mug just by your hands. Might take a little bit. You might have to kind of run your hands over it and warm it up a little bit. So maybe just heating it up is the way to go, as was discussed in the previous Monday Morning Mailbag tip. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. We received this review from viewer Bill Murphy, and he writes, Mark, I just got a container of the Santa Fe shave soap puck and had my first shave with the soap. Now, Bill and Connie Murphy very kindly sent us a puck of the Santa Fe shave soap, cedarwood and patchouli, and they also very kindly sent the aftershave right here, cedarwood and patchouli right here. And that shave soap puck is the one I use to melt and fit into the mug. Stay tuned, hang on 1 minute. Bill continues here. This is the first time I ever used a shave soap in puck form. The lather I made came out on the thin side, but that might have been from my lack of experience with using a puck. I did get a great shave with no nicks or weepers. I used my timeless TI .68 razor with a first use Persona Comfort blade. I love the scent, and it is very subtle. The aftershave is more like a hand lotion, so don't use too much of it, as a little goes a long way. The aftershave scent is also very light. I just watched your review on Moondance shave soap and got some good tips on using a soap in puck form. I will try those tips the next time I use the Santa Fe soap. Thanks and have a wonderful weekend, Bill Murphy. Bill, thank you very much for that great review of Santa Fe shave soap from the Santa Fe Soap Ranch. And again, a big thank you to you and Connie for sending it along to the channel. It sounds wonderful, and like the Moondance shave soap puck, my guess is that there is a little bit of, there is a little bit of a breakdown in the lather. It's probably not the kind of soap that's going to generate a big Santa beard kind of a lather. You'll get a nice lather, but there will be a little bit of breakdown for lack of a better word, but that breakdown translates into superior slickness. That's what I found with the Moon Dance shave soap, and that's what I'm expecting with the Santa Fe shave soap. I'm expecting a very, very slick shave, and you seem to indicate that here in your review, saying, great shave, no nicks or weepers. Sounds like a really, really slick lather. Now, let me show you the final result of taking that soap puck and putting it into my apothecary shaving mug right here. This is my Vanderhagen apothecary mug right here. Check that out. 5 ounces of Santa Fe soap fit right in there, and that is solid. That is in there solid. That really worked a treat. So we're going to get that review. We're going to get that video posted so you can see that, and then we're going to do another video actually using the shave soap and having a shave, kind of a two-parter. So stay tuned for that. So a big, big thank you again to Bill and Connie Murphy for very kindly sending along to the channel Santa Fe shave soap in puck form and also their aftershave. Thank you again, Bill and Connie. Folks, we'll have a link below where you can check out all the shave soaps and aftershaves from Santa Fe Soap Ranch and all of their products. Bill and Connie, thanks again very, very much. Well, as viewer Jimmy V mentioned in the show a little earlier, from Phoenix Shaving, Malbolge is back. Check it out. This is a marvelous, marvelous scent and my first outing with it. And as they write here, Malbolge, Doug, Fran, Huxley and company are bringing back one of the most beloved, most whispered about fall classics in Phoenix Shaving history, Malbolge. Here's the scent profile: tobacco, citrus, anise, musk, patchouli, burnt sugar, black pepper, and benzoin resin. A scent so rich and enchanting, you'll probably wear it into the holiday season like your favorite wool sweater. And they write here, Malbolge? Yes, people, this is one of those truly special Phoenix Shaving scents that has amassed such a large cult following over the years. At one time, I'm pretty sure Malbolge products were being used like Bitcoin. Seriously, it would not be so odd to see a random Malbolge, Malbolge, Malbolge posted in the groups. It was secret code to those who knew. Oh, and the many ways people pronounced it, music to my ears. Now, I pronounce it Malbolge, Malbolge, however, Malbolge, I'm not sure. I'm going with Malbolge. That's what I'm going with. But yeah, however you pronounce it, this is a marvelous, marvelous scent. My gosh. Jimmy, I can understand why all the actresses and models love this scent. And as Douglas writes here, but what is it? Malbolge is something bold and teeming with woody and aromatic accords, while a subtle undercurrent of sweetness flows alive underneath. Blood orange and bergamot bleed like electricity into a beating heart note of black pepper and benzoin resin, along with licorice, star anise, and burnt sugar. All this set against a backdrop of base notes like patchouli, dark musk, and tobacco. This classic autumn blend is perfect for men looking for just a touch of something different this fall season, though I bet you reach for it all year long. Absolutely, that's a perfect description of what this is about. You've got to get this one. This scent is unbelievably endearing, attractive, masculine, gentlemanly, refined. Oh, this is the fall season wrapped all together. And yeah, it's one that's going to go right into the holiday season, just like your favorite wool sweater. That's perfect way to describe it. And yeah, it's one you can use. It's one you can use all year round. There it is, Malbolge from Phoenix Shaving. We also have the aftershave right there, and we also got the Star Jelly. So I'm all set. Looking forward to using and reviewing this one from Phoenix Shaving, Malbolge. We'll have links below. Give it a look. All right, as promised, here it is from Phoenix Shaving, their new Moon Stryker shaving brush. Check out the artwork. That is a famous frame from the 1902 movie A Trip to the Moon by Georges Méliès. One of the first, I guess it could be the first science fiction film on record that wowed audiences around the world. Get up to YouTube and just Google that, A Trip to the Moon. It'll come right up. You can watch it. It's only about maybe 12 to 15 minutes in length, something like that. But it's really, really remarkable for the day. And this is where part of the inspiration for this shaving brush comes from. That iconic scene right there, the man in the moon getting hit with the rocket in the eye as man from Earth blasts off to visit the moon. And that's part of the inspiration of the shaving brush. The other part of the inspiration, well, we'll discuss that there. But here it is right here. I'll give you a look at this right here. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? It almost looks like a rocket, right? Getting ready to blast off, huh? Isn't that amazing? That is marvelous. And again, there's the logo on the base of the handle right there. Yeah, just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. Just has a great look to it. Shave cadets, meet the Moon Stryker shave brush. A double homage to vintage shave tech and vintage sci-fi cinema that just hits, as the kids say. A Trip to the Moon is a groundbreaking 1902 silent film by Georges Méliès, known for its imaginative storytelling and pioneering special effects. Some releases feel so inevitable, they might as well have been written in the stars. The Moon Stryker is one of them. Why? Because today, our time of launch, that was a couple weeks ago, marks exactly 123 years, October 4th, since Georges Méliès' Le Voyage dans la Lune, A Trip to the Moon, premiered in the United States. And here's the kicker. The Century Brush Company's Canal Street factory was only a 10-minute subway ride from the Eden Musée Theater where Méliès' rocket famously struck the man in the moon's eye. Any one of the 31 workers employed there in 1902 could have sat in that audience, their heads swimming with lunar dreams before returning to their bristle-setting benches. The Moon Stryker reimagines Century's rocket for modern hands. So there's the second part of the inspiration, the Century Brush Company's rocket shaving brush. It's scaled up for a more substantial grip, created with high gloss acrylic in cream with a new bold ox blood stripe and engineered to outlast its mid-century ancestors. Unlike vintage casein or brittle plastics of yore, this acrylic won't yellow, warp, or crumble. It gleams like cream and shrugs off water, soap, and time itself. Here's what they say about the knot. Take the snick away. Inside, we've set our newest synthetic knot, a 24mm hybrid snickle synth, a faux badger blend with a unique fan bulb profile. Expect soft tips for comfort, firm backbone for punchy performance, and fast loading from even the hardest soaps. Not to mention bristles you won't need to baby like animal hair. In short, it's a beast. A brush built for orbit, not obsolescence. Fan plus bulb equals beast mode. When you deep dive the forums, you'll see the eternal debate. Fan for face lathering, bulb for backbone. The Snickle Synth Hybrid says, why choose? That said, we fuse the two. This knot gives you feather soft fan tips that stimulate the skin, and behind it lies a dense bulb core that refuses to collapse under pressure. Longtime fans who remember our Duro knot from years back will love the Snickle. In fact, you might say this is the grandson to the Duro. So there it is right there. And again, it's inspired by A Trip to the Moon. It's inspired by the Century Brush Company's Rocket Brush. Check it out. That is absolutely beautiful. I love the cream and the oxblood red striping there. And this Snickle Synth knot, I am really looking forward to trying this. Absolutely. Let me give you the dimensions on this, the specs on this. The complete length is 4.5 inches. The width at its widest point is 1.85 inches or 47 millimeters. The width at the narrowest point is 1.35 inches or 34.3 millimeters. It weighs 3.2 ounces. It's got some nice weight to it. The knot is 24 millimeters. And the handle material is acrylic. It's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shaving brush. And again, the packaging is top notch. Again, check out that artwork right there. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic shaving brush. We're going to get a review done on this. This is going to be a favorite in the shave den for sure, because I can just, the way my fingers lay into the base of this handle, just into these grooves or these fins that look like a rocket, like rocket fins. It just feels great in the hand. Check that out. Really looking forward to using and reviewing this one. From Phoenix Shaving, the Moon Stryker. We'll have links below. Give it a look. Viewer Greg Pisante sent along this review of Talent Soap Factory's Budokan Karate Soap and Aftershave. And he writes, "This is an amazing powder barbershop scent. Wow. It's very fresh with a slight floral undertone. Think Rex Shaving's 1955 soap, but with a wonderful powder note. You have got to get this in your shave den. This stuff is a winner. This is perfect for the office or really anything. Wow, just wow. It's a mango butter soap and it lathers wonderfully. If you can find it, it's definitely worth buying. It's a more sophisticated and powdery version of High Karate with the background of 1955. And that comes from Greg Pisante regarding Talent Soap Factory's Budokan Karate Soap and Aftershave. Folks, we'll get a link below to the Talent Soap Factory's Etsy storefront where you can check it out. Now, we have reviewed Talent Soap Factory shave soaps on the channel, courtesy of viewer Kenny Embry. Kenny, thank you again very, very much. He very, very kindly sent along Talent Soap Factory's Frenchie. Boy, this is a great, great scent. You've got to try this one. Oh, this is marvelous. We're talking about fall scents. This is great for the fall too. And it's great year round. This is marvelous. And Kenny also sent along this one from Talent Soap Factory, Octopus Balls. I love the name, I love the artwork, and I love the scent. My gosh. Very bright fruit medley kind of a thing. Oh, this is another marvelous one. And yeah, we love the performance of these shave soaps, the lathers they made, the protection. Yeah, these are terrific. And also, viewer Aaron Watson sent in a review in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag of Talent Soap Factory's Galaxy Grape. He really liked that one a lot. So check that one out on their Etsy storefront as well. So there are some great Talent Soap Factory shave soaps and aftershave splashes to check out. A big, big thumbs up regarding Budokan Karate Soap and Aftershave from Talent Soap Factory, recommended highly by viewer Greg Pisante. And also check out Octopus Balls. I love that name. Octopus Balls, Frenchie, and also Galaxy Grape, and all of their shave soap lineup. Really, really terrific, terrific performing shave soaps. Greg, thanks very much for the review. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's look at New Wet Shaving Gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Viewer Rodney Ripplinger checked in and he wrote, "Hi Mark, I had a BBS shave today with a razor I don't use enough, a Micromatic. Shave with the Micromatic with Arko shave soap and an Omega Boar brush. Face lather. Halfway through the shave, I thought to myself, gee, this Arko shave soap smells remarkably like the Pareja cologne. Now, I think I mispronounced that again, but this is the lemon-scented aftershave cologne from Turkey that Rodney has been telling us about, and also one that Abene Samant is familiar with. This kind of falls with that international shave den visit that Avi talked about. Anyhow, you can find it on Amazon. It's a lemon-scented aftershave cologne from Turkey. He continues here, remarkably like the Pareja cologne, the lemon-scented aftershave cologne, and so it does. The cologne is sweeter smelling and a bit better, but very similar. I wonder who copied who there. Or it could be that all kinds of brands and other stuff in Turkey have that lemon scent. I hope no one is disappointed by this. I wasn't. I will continue to use both of them, sometimes together. Now you can tell the fellow who has the Soap Cologne Aftershave website, you most probably have a new entry for him. He's referring to Lee Meyer's Shavesplash.com. Yeah, Lee, check it out. Check out the Aftershave Cologne and compare it to Arko and maybe give us a scent breakdown on that. Rodney continues here. I wondered if it was just me, so I took my Arko puck down to the post office and waved it under Tina's nose. I said, you ever smell anything similar to that before? She said, that smells just like the cologne you gave me. Verified, ding, 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 she wins the prize. She needs to buy an Arko puck and a small brush to go with it and quit buying the nasty aerosol stuff. Rodney, I agree. Arko is a really, really good all-around shave soap. Great performance, great price point, and it has a nice lemon scent. And some folks think it's an acquired taste. I like it a lot. And now that I know about the cologne and how the two can pair together, I'm going to get some of that lemon aftershave cologne from Turkey available on Amazon. Again, folks, we'll have a link below. Rodney, thanks again very, very much. Viewer Rod Putman sent along this heads up, and he writes, this looks like a coming soon situation where if you sign up, you'll be the first to know type of thing. And he's referring to a new razor being launched by Tatara called the Natu Shave. That's spelled capital N-A-T-U, Natu Shave. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And they write here, Tatara has become a trusted choice for both seasoned wet shavers and newcomers who value the performance, elegance, and precision of a traditional safety razor. Over the years, we received many requests from users who love the idea and eco-conscious ethos of safety razors, yet struggled with the learning curve or found it hard to give up the convenience of cartridges. We listened. What feels perfect for one person can be uncomfortable or ineffective for another. So we asked ourselves, could we create a razor that bridges the gap? One that combines the ease and familiarity of cartridge razors with the sustainability and skin-friendly benefits of safety razors, all at an affordable price? That's where Natu begins. A new brand, a new chapter, something born from the same hands and passion as Tatara, but with a spirit entirely its own. The launch is coming this early October on Kickstarter, and we want you with us from the very beginning. If you'd like to discover Natu as it unfolds, subscribe to its newsletter and stay tuned for what's next. Tatara will continue to strive to bring innovation, precision, quality, and modern design to your routine with excitement. Tatara and Natu founders. Now, that's all we know right now. So I guess subscribe to their email newsletter and see when this is going to launch, because I don't have a launch date on it, which is why I'm not including this in New Wet Shave Gear. I'm including it here in questions and comments. My thanks to Rod Putman for sending us along and giving us a heads up. Folks, if you know anything about the Natu Shave, please comment below and let us know. Rod, thanks again very, very much. Viewer Scott Martin writes, howdy, Mark, another winner episode. When you were discussing Arko, I had this realization that nearly 15 years into my wet shaving journey, I have yet to shave with a shave stick. I was wondering, have you ever used a shave stick in any of your shaving videos? I'd be curious to see your technique. I've heard that people just rub the stick on their face, but I'm not sure. If you have, please let me know and I'll go back and watch them. If not, it might be time for an Arko shave stick video. Cheers, Scott. Hey, Scott, thanks very much for the kind words and thanks very much for the great question. The answer is yes, I have used shave sticks and I've done shave stick videos. I was using shave sticks early on in my wet shaving journey and early on in the inception of this channel. I kind of gravitated towards them because of the nice price point, the portability of them. You can throw them in a DOP kit, take them for a weekend getaway. I was face lathering at the time, so yes, the technique you describe is correct. I would just take the shave stick and just wet my face and then take the shave stick and then rub it all over my face and get my damp shave brush with a synthetic knot, because that seemed to work best for me, and then just build a lather that way. I love that process. And of course, through time and experience and encouragement from viewers, I went from face lathering to bowl lathering to artisan shave soaps, that sort of thing. But let me give you a rundown of some of the shave sticks that I've used here on the channel. You can go back and do a search by my name and the brand name of the shave stick that I'll be showing you. So it'll be like Mark Zarate, Arko, and those videos should come right up. First off is Arko. Yeah, Arko was probably the first shave stick I used. Saw a lot of talk about it online. You could buy a lot of these, like 12 of them at a really, really nice price point, and they'll just last and last and last. They make heaps of lather, great protection. Again, probably one of the better shave sticks out there as far as performance and price point. Again, a lemon scent. Some folks find it a turnoff. Other folks like it. I like the scent. I'll leave it to you to decide whether it's good or bad. I like it a lot. And now you know that there's a matching cologne out there that'll go with Arko very, very nicely. The other one that I've used, you can get these on eBay, Derby shave sticks. This is also, I believe, made in Turkey like Arko. And it has a similar scent to Arko, although it's not as pronounced. It's a little more subtle, as I recall. Like this one a lot, too. And again, very, very similar to Arko. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was made in the same factory, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, Arko and Derby, reviewed both of those as well. This one was great. Came from Spain, La Toja. You can get these on Amazon. This is great. I like the container. And boy, there's a great history to this shave soap and its scent. We discussed that in the video, so check out the video review. La Toja. Really like this a lot. I got the matching aftershave. Really, really terrific. Here's one that's available on Amazon. It's out of Germany. It's pronounced Spike. This is German made. It's about $8 or $9 on Amazon for one stick. So it is going to be a little more expensive for one shave stick, but we like this one too. And this has got a great sort of classic barbershop scent, kind of a different barbershop scent, but like it a lot. Yeah, haven't used this one in a while. Check out my review and see what I said about it. I'm going to have to look at it myself. But your comment and question reminded me that, gee whiz, I got to look at these shave sticks again because I haven't used them in quite some time. So this one, Spike, out of Germany, very, very good. Here's another one. You can't get this one anymore, but if you do come across it, snap it up. This was wonderful. And when I say snap it up, make sure you can get it at an affordable price, because if you find it online because it's been discontinued, they're going to try to get as many dollars out of you as you can. But if you can find it someplace else at a reasonable price, I would say get it. Palmolive shave sticks. Boy, these were plentiful when I started the channel. And just that great Palmolive scent. But you can't get these anymore. So if you do come across them at a good price, snap them up, because I don't think you'll be disappointed with Palmolive. I like them a lot. You can still get the Palmolive Classic Shave Cream with palm extract, which is what the shave stick has. Let's get this out of here. Like this, okay? This is still available on Amazon. Palmolive like that. There you go. This is still available on Amazon, as I understand it. So Palmolive Classic. Yeah, this is terrific. And again, the stick is the same as the cream, but for some reason, they discontinued making the stick. Not sure why. And finally, boy, I love this one. Love everything about it. Tabak. Tabak in stick form is wonderful. I happen to have this one. This is the tallow-based formula. I love the container. Do not throw out the container, because you can buy a replacement stick for the container. Okay, see how that works? You just put it on the base like that, and the whole sleeve goes right in there like that. Okay, and it's got this terrific, terrific cap. Boy, this is a really generous amount. Feels great in the hand when you're rubbing it on your face, right? And again, it's refillable. That's the way it works, as I understand it. But I haven't had a chance to refill it yet, because I still have this. I put this in my DOP kit, so I have Tabak for a weekend getaway. And I just love the scent. I love the performance. Again, this is their original tallow-based formula. Now it's a vegan-based formula. I have not tried the vegan-based formula. I've been saying for the longest time I'm going to try it. I'm going to have to get some and compare it to the tallow-based formula. But Tabak is a great shave stick. And if you want one that is very hardy, very robust, is going to last a long time, for travel, for your shave den, that sort of thing, get the Tabak because this container makes it worthwhile. And again, you can get refills of it down the road as you use it. But yeah, love the Tabak scent. Absolutely fantastic. This is a great classic barbershop scent. I think everyone agrees that the Tabak scent is absolutely wonderful. So thanks for the question and the comment regarding shave sticks. That's kind of an overview. So all you have to do is go up to the channel, type in my name, Mark Zarate, followed by any of these brand of shave sticks: Arko shave stick, Tabak shave stick, Latoha shave stick, and those videos should come right up, and you can kind of see how I did it. And again, this is when the channel first started, so those videos are probably 6-7 years old, and I was still a newcomer to the traditional wet shave. So please keep that in mind. That since those videos were made, I've learned so much from the viewers in the wet shaving community regarding the traditional wet shave. But this was early on in my wet shaving journey, and I kind of gravitated towards the shave sticks for the reasons that I mentioned, and loved doing the face lather, and the shave stick fit in so nicely with doing a face lather. So that's why I gravitated towards shave sticks. Again, I just wet my face, grab the shave stick, rub it all over the face, get my damp shaving brush, and then start to build a lather. And it was wonderful. I'm going to have to do it again. Thanks for the reminder, Scott. Really do appreciate it. Please check out the videos. Let me know what you think. Email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Would really be interested in hearing your thoughts about them. Thanks again, Scott. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarate, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.